What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We just did a trading Kevin Durant and Devin Booker Phoenix Suns rebuild, and one of those trades we did in the video, of course, was sending Kevin Durant over to the Timberwolves because apparently Durant was open to the idea. So today, you guys kind of see what we're doing here. We're going to be doing a Kevin Durant Minnesota Timberwolves rebuild because this is actually a realistic possibility going into this offseason in real life. So let's jump in, do that in 2K25. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me about 57% of the people that have been watching my videos lately aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall into that 57%, want to change that as we're on the road to 50,000 subs, that'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, the Timberwolves apparently explored the idea of trading for Kevin Durant at the trade deadline, and Kevin Durant was absolutely open to it. I think it's inevitable that Kevin Durant will not be a Phoenix Sun going into next season. I think he will absolutely be traded this offseason. I think the Suns are going to disappoint whether they make the play-in or get bounced early in the playoffs. I do think the writing is going to be on the wall. We'll see. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. But it was kind of obviously tough for the Timberwolves to pull that off because they're over the second apron right now. But they could maybe, explore some things in the offseason. It'll get a little complicated, but I really do think Kevin Durant will be joining Minnesota this offseason. At least that's my prediction. We'll see if that ends up being the case. But of course, we can't trade for him right now. We have to wait till the trade deadline to do it. Or sorry, to the offseason because the trade deadline is already over. So let's go ahead and assimilate to the end of the season. We'll see how this team finishes out. Then we'll be trading for Kevin Durant in the offseason. So at the end of year one, Shea wins MVP. Sar is your rookie of the year. Naz Reid is your sixth man, which is awesome to see. Wembanyama defensive player. Amin Thompson most improved. Jokic clutch player. Mark is your coach of the year, and Brandon Harrison is your executive, and Shea, which we already saw. So here's NBA first team. Assuming we'll see Edwards on here somewhere. Yeah, all NBA third team for Anthony Edwards. Offensive first team and all defensive second team. We do get Gobert making it, which is nice. And here's our all rookie teams. Does Dillingham get on here? He does not, unfortunately, but it's all good. He didn't play like a ton of minutes for us. So we are the fourth seed in the West right now, going up against Dallas in round one. Dallas seems to always have success and, of course, winning the championship year one, at least in the 2K sim. So it wouldn't remotely surprise me if that's what happens here. But here's rotation fully healthy with Randall now playing, and then Nasri, DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker, Dillingham, and we will leave it at 89-man rotation. So let's see if we can't beat Dallas in round one. So somebody occur around against Dallas, and then as you guys can see, Phoenix didn't even make the play-in. So yeah, that'd be brutal for the Suns to have to face if that ends up, being the case. But it looked like we were about to beat Dallas. We were up 3-1, and then we just blew a 3-1 lead, and that actually happened very quickly. So there was like no way for me to even stop it. So it looks like we need to, acquire a reinforcement. Knicks going to win the championship, beat the Mavericks in 5. And that is the offseason, of course. We'll be trading for Kevin Durant. So Conley retiring is actually going to open up even more money for us. So it'll be over the, under the second apron. So should make this easier for us to trade for Kevin Durant. So 1 Utah, 2 Pelicans, and 3 Hornets. So Cooper Flag might be a Utah Jazz. And then, do we even have a pick this offseason? No, we do not. Goes to Utah. So staff signing, we will keep Chris Finch as the head coach, and now we will go trade for Mr. Kevin Durant. So here's the trade we're going to be doing for Kevin Durant. I'm not saying this is exactly what the trade is going to look like in real life or anything. I'm just, going to guess that Randall's contract will be involved because he has a player option that he more than likely will accept, averaging 21 points per game. He has an expiring salary, so the Suns don't have to keep him long term. Rob Dillingham, it would suck to trade him away, but you're getting Kevin Durant, and the Suns are going to want a valuable piece. Maybe the Timberwolves can keep Dillingham out of the trade. It wouldn't totally shock me, but I did trade for him in the Suns video. Or I did put him in the trade in the Suns video, so I'm just going to keep it consistent. And then we're doing 1 first-round pick. You could even maybe say, hey, you can do 2 first. But I'm going to try to keep this 19th pick because we need to use it. So we're going to make that happen. And just like that, Kevin Durant is now a Timberwolf. Again, not saying that trade is exactly what it is or what I think it looks like. It's just something along the lines of that. But you could definitely add more to it if you, felt like there should be more involved. I would not argue with you. So that is now a done deal. Kevin Durant is now a Minnesota Timberwolf, so a lot of work to do now around the roster, but it is nice to have Kevin Durant as a Timberwolf. And now we can draft here and hope we can get a couple guys to play immediately because we just gave up quite a bit of depth. So we have Drake Powell, Ian Jackson. So either one I think would be a really solid selection for us. I think I will go ahead and go with probably Drake Powell if I had to guess. We could go Derek Queen as well, but we do have Naz Reid as a backup 5, unless if we eventually move on from Gobert and Derek Queen could be developing behind him. It would be, yeah, we're going to do that. So we're going to draft Derek Queen out of Maryland, and Naz Reid and Derek Queen will be our future center rotation, and then Gobert maybe becomes expendable to trade away. I'll take Michael Ruzic here in round 2 out of Spain, and that's not a bad little draft haul. Now these aren't guys that they may not be able to play right away, but we could probably get Derek Queen involved right away if we move Naz Reid to power forward or something. But which Naz Reid declines his player option, which obviously we want to re-sign him. And then Jesse Edwards, Jalen Clark are free agents. So for free agency, we're going to re-sign Naz Reid for sure to a nice little deal. So we'll get him back. And then we probably have to keep Nickeil Alexander-Walker as well, because we just obviously need money or need role players here. So what do we need though outside of that? So obviously DiVincenzo is now listed at point guard, and Anthony Edwards there are 2 guard, and then Jaden McDaniels, Josh Minott, Kevin Durant, and then Gobert, Derek Queen. So we'll probably end up moving Naz Reid to power forward to come off the bench, and then Derek Queen will get minutes right away if I had to guess. Josh Minott, we're gonna have to hope he develops a little bit to play right away. So our bench might be a little weak. DiVincenzo very well might have to be our starting point guard next year, because we don't really have one after Conley retired and traded Dillingham away, and we don't really have the money to get like a good point guard. So although AJ Mitchell being here is kind of a cheat code, so we could actually maybe go after him, because I don't know why, but the Thunder often waive him. So if we get him, which we do, that would be massive. So AJ Mitchell will also be signed, so that's gonna be very, very helpful actually in this video. So welcome to Minnesota, AJ Mitchell, after being waived. So now we have DiVincenzo, AJ Mitchell, Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Josh Minott. We'll move Naz Reid to power forward, like I said, and that will probably be the offseason, honestly. So that is what we'll rock with, and we can change the secondary positions in just a second. But Derek Queen's going to play right away, probably. Don't have a lot of money outside of what we just did to increase the roster, so I will see you guys at player progression, which Durant might regress just a tad bit, hopefully not too much. Down to 92 overall, but still serviceable. Gobert is down. Naz Reid also down. AJ Mitchell is up, which is good. Alexander Walker is down. So Josh Minott, Derek Queen. It's going to be kind of a weak rotation, but we will be very top heavy, so I'm not too concerned. Now we can all go look at the rotation together for year number 1 with Kevin Durant, but this is year number 2 of the video, obviously. So power ranking has us at the 2nd overall spot, which looks pretty good. And here is what we're rocking with for year number 1 with Kevin Durant. So AJ Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Kevin Durant, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Derek Queen. So let's take a look at the shot tendencies. So obviously, Anthony Edwards is super high. Obviously, we want Durant's to be pretty high too, so we'll go 90 there. McDaniels could probably shoot a little bit more, because we obviously need maybe like a 3rd guy to get involved. AJ Mitchell is at a 73, so maybe we just keep, yeah, something like that. And then Naz Reid is a 66 off the bench. We'll go to a 70. That way he's still scoring off the bench for us. All right, let's summate this season. Proficiency is a 4-star, 7 seconds, so I'll leave that the way it is. So how does a Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards duo, or what does it look like in 2K? I think I saw in the Suns video it was pretty successful. So hopefully that is what happens for us as well. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1, unless if I stop the deadline to make some type of move. But I probably will just let this season play out, and then we could evaluate in the offseason. So at the end of year 2, Shai gets a back-to-back MVP award. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year in New Orleans. Anthony Simons, 6th man in Portland. Wembanyama, Offensive Player. Scoot is your most improved, so Portland has some success with their guards. Clutch Player goes to Giannis. And Chris Finch is your Coach of the Year, along with Executive with Brandon Hood. So yeah, obviously bringing in Kevin Durant and pairing him with Anthony Edwards seemed to have worked out extremely well, 64 and 18. But do we get a championship will be the ultimate question. Edwards, All-NBA 2nd team, averaging 30 points per game. Durant does not make one, though. Unfortunately, we'll have to see what he is averaging. All-defensive 1st team. Does Gobert make another one? He does not this time. I do think Gobert will be kind of the guy we probably look to move, and Derek Queen could kind of step up in that center spot, but we'll have to see what we can get for Gobert. But we'll, focus on the playoffs first. So 1st seed in the West. Take a look at these player stats. You had 30 from Anthony Edwards, 23 from Durant, 14 from AJ Mitchell, which was a really good signing for us. Honestly, kind of a cheat code. I think I had him in the Kings video too, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, when the Thunder waive him, he's a good piece to go get. So 11 points from McDaniels, 10 from DiVincenzo. So all around very solid. But all that matters is getting a championship. So Denver will be our first matchup. So Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown. Very tough matchup, obviously, here in round 1. These two teams met up a couple years ago. And we all remember how that went. So let's go ahead, somewhat current round against Denver, and we will beat them in 7. I didn't even have time to stop it, honestly. And now we get to deal with Wemby. Dallas got eliminated by Golden State. So Jimmy Butler and the Warriors, along with Stephen Curry, Draymond Green's probably coming off the bench now. But yeah, this team, they got Kyle Filipowski somehow. Interesting. All right, so Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox in round 2. So obviously the Spurs only getting better. They also got Capella come off the bench. So here goes nothing. Game 1 goes to us. Good start. Game 2, we're up 2-0. So far, so good. 3-0, and Gobert must begin the better of his fellow friend. Oh, wait a minute. We're not done yet. Okay, we got a fixed rotation, looks like. So we're wanting to avoid a game 7 altogether. We were just up 3-0, so yeah, blowing a 3-0 lead would be kind of horrible. So it looks like we might be going to game 7, though, after being up 3-0. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're in a very, very interesting spot. And now we got to see if we can't avoid blowing a 3-0 lead. I can't be the one that does that. So, game 7 at home. Wembanyama, Fox have us sweating right now, but can we hang on to this one to not blow a 3-0 lead? It looks okay so far, but they're going to take a lead at the end. Can we keep the lead, though? Take it back and keep it. It is back and forth so far. Do not blow a 3-0 lead, man. Okay, a 5-point lead, 7-point lead, and it looks like we will avoid blowing a 3-0 lead. Durant almost drops 40 for us. Edwards had 36. Man, that was way too close for comfort. Now we get Boston, and let's see, it's going to be Detroit or New York. It's New York. The New Orleans is our conference finals matchup. So Cooper Flag already has the Pelicans in the conference finals. I'm hoping we are still better at this point, but we shall see how it goes. Game 1, 1-0 start. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, they win. Do they even the series? Yes, they do. So let's start the simcast. I'm going to put AJ Mitchell back in the starting lineup. That is fine. So simcast game 5 at home and see if we can't take a 3-2 lead here. Looks good right now. Can we hang on to it, though, is the question. And it looks like we absolutely will. 88-124 victory. Edwards with 43. And now we get to play the Pelicans in game 6. So can we win game 6 and avoid a game 7 to not have to sweat anything? It's looking good right now, but they might climb back into this. And no, they will not. We're going to the NBA Finals. So 33 from Durant, 27 from Anthony Edwards. Tatum, so it is going to be Boston versus Minnesota in the finals. So obviously this will be probably our toughest matchup yet. San Antonio gave us a little bit of a scare there, but does this team have enough juice to knock off a team like the Celtics? Let's see. Game 1 goes to us. Beat them pretty badly there. Game 2, so far so good. 2-1. Do we let them even it up? No. 3-1. Do we beat them in 5? Yes, we do. And just like that, year 1 with Durant and Anthony Edwards does lead to a championship. So Durant is your finals MVP. Beautiful stuff, but obviously not done on that note. I want to continue to go here. So Brook Lopez, Russell Westbrook, DeRozan, and Jimmy Butler all retiring, which is it's kind of an end of an era there for some of the guys we watched growing up. So let's go to the lottery, and obviously we won't have a pick here, I don't believe. Philadelphia has 1, OKC via Utah, Pelicans via Indiana, Knicks via Washington, Hornets via Memphis, Spurs, and then do we have a pick in this draft? No, it goes to Minnesota from the Mitchell trade. So, or sorry, not for the Mitchell trade, from, well, it probably has something to do with that trade, but it's some like kind of pick swap probably. But all right, so Chris, or we traded that pick in the trade to the Suns actually, and then somehow ended up, I don't know, man, it's confusing. But we're gonna keep Chris Finch. Obviously, we could also probably extend him after we just won a championship, but we'll wait on that. So let's head to draft night. I do have to fix a couple picks, which I usually have to do. And then once Gobert accepts this, well, he doesn't actually have a player option. Is he on an expiring contract yet? No, not yet. But I still might look to trade Gobert this offseason to make some kind of upgrade, because I think Derek Queen will be ready to play. 7-9 though, and 1.5 blocks last year. But I'll let you know if we make that kind of trade. So this trade does have my attention from the Orlando Magic, where we acquire Wendell Carter and Hugo Gonzalez. This would also save us a ton of money. Now, I really don't want to have to trade a 20-30 first round pick if I can avoid it. Obviously, Wendell Carter is not going to be the same defender Gobert is, but what I'm thinking here is Derek Queen will probably be starting next year. And I'm going to try to avoid, like I said, not trading a first round pick. I really don't want to have to do that. So can we just make it like 2 seconds? They want Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but we can't combine a player in here because of, obviously, we're over the second apron. So if they can't make that work, we have to trade 2 first. No, thank you. I'm not doing that. So we'll wait on that. That was the best trade that I did like for Gobert, but not really about either one of those. So let's just go to rookie signing. I'm not trading a 20-30 first round pick right now. Paxson, which we can, I guess, accept. Player options, Michael Ruzic, we will accept just in case he develops enough to play. AJ Mitchell, absolutely. If we can bring him back, that'd be ideal. And then Durant is a free agent too, which, yeah, we got to bring him back. He's trying to go to the Lakers. Got to bring Josh Minott back too, probably. And then Kevin Durant, yeah, I mean, probably going to give him like a 2-year deal to keep him around, to stick around with Anthony Edwards for a couple years. So let's see if he'll just accept that. Are we his number 1 offer? We are not right now. So we actually got to up the offer here. I mean, no matter what, he's the title of the video, so we're going to make him come back. But prefer to just do it naturally so I don't have to go through the inner workings to make it happen. So I guess we can give you 55 and we'll give you a no trade clause. Does that make a difference? I guess let's see if that makes him the number 1 offer now. It does. Okay, so we'll get Durant and Josh Minott back, and then AJ Mitchell will obviously wait on qualifying offer for him. All right, so yeah, so no qualifying offer on AJ Mitchell, but we can bring in like Bruce Brown. Okay, Jonathan Isaac, who was just offered to us in trades, but now he's here. That's interesting. But let's take a look. So DiVincenzo is listed where he is right now in the Alexander Walker, so we'll leave that the way it is. So we're basically going to be bringing back AJ Mitchell for sure. McDaniels, Josh Minott, Durant. So the only thing I'm looking forward to is making the bench better. If I trade Gobert away, I need to bring in a new 5-man or a new power forward. Because Naz Reid could go start, I guess, technically, or Derek Queen will be ready to start. We'll see. But yeah, that'd be like the one thing we could do right now is obviously waiting on AJ Mitchell, and I will explore. Well, we'll wait after free agency to explore a Gobert trade. Now, there is some free agents we can sign actually, so I do think I don't mind the idea of signing like Isaac to a 1-year deal because that's some size we can add to this team, and we'll wait on AJ Mitchell, and once he's back, we can look at Gobert trades to see if there's anything that we like. Or we could wait again if we want to, so we can just rock with them again. So AJ Mitchell is up, back $10 million, and you have Gobert down, which is why I wanted to trade him anyway. Edwards is up, AJ Mitchell, or Derek Queen's up to 79, AJ Mitchell's at 79. So yeah, but Durant and Edwards, I did make sure that Durant didn't regress anymore. He already obviously regressed down to overall, but he won't regress anymore, which is good. So Gobert, it's time to look at the idea of trading you again, and if there's a trade we like, I'll show you. If not, we'll look at the rotation altogether. So there unfortunately was not a Rudy Gobert trade that I like, but Derek Queen will be starting this year, it looks like. So of course, kind of the same starting 5 outside of outside of Derek Queen is going to start over Gobert. Naz Reid, Jonathan Isaac, and Dante DiVincenzo. So that leaves Nickeil Alexander Walker out of the rotation, unless we move this to a 10-man rotation, which we definitely can. So once again, we're going to simulate this season. I will stop at the deadline to explore a Durant trade once more, or not Durant trade, sorry, a Gobert trade, but obviously we're hoping to go back to back here, so we'll see if that ends up being the case. Power ranking has us first overall, so we'll see how it goes, and I will see you guys at the deadline if we are to make a Gobert trade. If not, I'll see y'all at the end of the season where we're hoping to go back to back and win a second championship in the video. So I actually decided not to make a trade because the team is on a 70-win pace right now, so I was like, I don't think I can stop what's happening right now. As you guys can see, we're 55-10, so I'm kind of hoping to see like a 70-12 record. That'd be cool. Okay, so we only have one more loss for error. Let's see. So 60. Oh, there it is. So we don't get 60 or 70 wins, but yeah, I felt like I couldn't make any type of move there. The team was just doing too good. So I didn't even explore Gobert trades. He'll probably accept his player option, and then once an expiring contract, we'll talk about it again. I keep talking about trading Gobert, but we have not done it yet. But this team is doing so damn good. 69-13, Luka Doncic is in a Bulls uniform, which is just very interesting. I think that happened in another video recently. But yeah, obviously, Coach of the Year goes to Finch, and then executive to Brandon Hood. So yeah, we'll see. Does Durant make an All-NBA team this time? Anthony Edwards, and then Durant still not making it for us, unfortunately. But Edwards keeps representing, which is nice. All defensive team. I'm going to assume Gobert doesn't make one, obviously, with being on the bench. Yeah, so no, not for him this time. Here's all rookie teams, and yeah, okay. So first in the West again, of course, and we'll take a look at the player stats. So 20.5 from Anthony Edwards, 24 from Durant, 15 from AJ Mitchell, who's just been phenomenal to have had through free agency. Naz Reid 15, 11 from McDaniels, 8 from Derek Queen with a rebound and a block. So he's been great. DiVincenzo up to 7. All right, let's see who we get in round 1. It will be John Morant and the Grizzlies. So Zach Edey also. Let's see if we can't beat Memphis to get to round 2, and we do. Now we get to deal with the Wemby and the Spurs, who did not keep De'Aaron Fox. I find it interesting. They never do, man. Keegan Murray is now on the Spurs too. Jaren Jackson has joined Wembanyama in the front court. I guess we'll see what happens. So we will sweep them too. So we are so dominant right now. It's not even funny. And we get to play the team that we beat last year in the conference finals. So do we beat them again? And we're up. We only lost 1 game so far. This team is so damn good. Cleveland and Luka Doncic was the conference finals MVP, even though they lost. So they lost in 7. To do it with Cleveland. So Garland, Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, Allen, DeAndre Hunter. Do we go back-to-back? 1-0 start for Cleveland. We even the series, and we're up 2-1. 2-2. Game 5 goes to us. Game 6 goes to us. That's back-to-back champions. So we got to go for the three-peat, obviously, to end this video off. So 2 champions in a row with Durant and Anthony Edwards. This is going extremely well, as y'all can see. But I know I keep saying it, but we are finally going to trade away Rudy Gobert this offseason, no matter what. I'm going to trade him this offseason. He's going to regress, and he will not be serviceable. We got to keep Chris Finch as well. Things seem to be going extremely well under him, so he gets a new extension, and now let's head to draft night. Do we have a pick on this draft? Let's see. So we do not. So no picks at all. Let's go to player options, and we can actually probably attach some picks with Gobert now. So we'll accept these 2. And then qualifying offers, Mitchell, obviously we brought back again. Michael Ruzic might be ready to be part of the rotation next year too. So yeah, DiVincenzo, another guy I want back. And then those guys, we'll have to just see them come back in their qualifying offer. Probably won't bring back Isaac. We'll let him go. But DiVincenzo will be signed. And now it is time to once again, we can just resign AJ Mitchell now. So let's give him a nice new deal. And boom, that is done. And then Ruzic, I'm assuming it's not going to let me sign him. We'll have to wait on that one. Okay. What do we need? So Mitchell DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker, Josh Minott, Naz Reid. So again, it is, I guess, whatever we can just get. I'm not even going to look for anything specific. Just like whatever the best trade is, just give that one to me. So Cole Anthony and AJ Green. Interesting. That's Daniels, Clint Capella. I actually don't mind this one where we get Clint Capella, save a bunch of money. Devin Carter is interesting. Kyle Filipowski and Kaishan George. Give me the Clint Capella trade. I mean, to me, what this does is saves us a bunch of money. And Capella probably won't regress as much as Gobert would. I could be wrong in that. We're not really doing much here, to be honest. But we're gonna do the trade anyway. So probably just gonna mainly, save money in that trade, and then I'll have to see what player regression looks like for Capella compared to what Gobert's was. So Ruzic will be brought back, and that is done. So now Capella is still an 83 overall. So Hornets, Gobert, let's see what he regressed to. So he regressed down to a 78. So in the long run, we did win that trade because of the regression. So still was a successful trade regardless. But Capella, Derek Queen's our new center rotation. Naz Reid, AJ Mitchell is up. So it is now time to see if we can't go back-to-back here. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 4, but this will be year 3 with Durant. And let's see if we can't make it 3 championships in a row and create this three-peat of a dynasty. I think that's 3 MVPs in a row for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, no, Luka got it last year with Chicago, didn't he? But he still has 3 MVPs in this video regardless, and we still have another Coach of the Year for Chris Finch. So, do we three-peat to end off this video will be the ultimate question. Did Edwards not make an All-NBA team this time? Or did I just not see his name? I do not see Anthony Edwards on here, unless if I'm just blind, but I don't see him. No Anthony Edwards on an All-NBA team, so maybe somebody really stepped up scoring-wise, and Edwards didn't have to score as much, but we'll see. He averaged 25 points per game, 21 from Durant, and AJ Mitchell has definitely stepped up. 14 from Naz Reid, 10 from McDaniels, and 9 from Capella. So, we get to play Memphis in round 1 again, so kind of the same matchup as last year. Do we sweep them again? Let's see, and we will beat them in 6. Okay. Now we get to play the Utah Jazz. And also, we can actually string this down to a 9-man rotation. We ran a 10-man rotation in the playoffs last year. Let's run 9-man. So Utah does have Dylan Harper and Boozer, so that makes things interesting. We have Markkanen still, and then Vucevic is their starting 5. So somebody come around, and we will... Ooh, we're in a Game 7, and I was lucky enough to stop it on Game 7. I don't know if I've ever three-peated in a video, or if I have, it's been a very long time, or I guess gone back-to-back. So, back-to-back-to-back. Can we hang on here? And we will... We'll be going to the conference finals. 24 from Edwards, 23 from AJ Mitchell. And now we can play OKC, which we have not played in this video yet. And obviously, they have VJ Edgecombe now. Shai has been a beast for them. So here goes nothing, man. I'm going to go game by game against OKC. So they're up 1-0. We even the series, beat them by 1 there. We're up 2-1. 3-1, and we will beat them in 5. So back to the finals. Our chance to 3-peat. We get to play the team we played last year in Cleveland. Do we go for the 3-peat? And we will even the series 2-1. Do we do it 3-2? No, 3-2 their way. Does Cleveland stop us from 3-peating? Let's see. We got to win Game 5 to force, or sorry, win Game 6 to force a Game 7. Gonna be close. We do have the lead right now. Do we hang on to it? We do. Game 7 is on the way for the 3-peat. Do we do it? We start off hot in the first quarter. Second quarter, we outscore them like crazy in the second quarter. I think it's safe to say, oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's not safe. They went on a crazy run. We have 11 points to their 36 so far in the fourth quarter. We got to jump in here, though, I think. It's a 3-point game with 1:30 left. This is to 3-peat. Let's see if we can't stop Cleveland from coming back. They're trying to make a comeback here. Let me see if I can make something happen and hang on to this one. So we have the ball with 1:30 left on the clock. Give me a screen, Naz Reid. Let me see if I can't just beat Jalen Tyson off the dribble. We're going to go Naz Reid, and he's going to have... Ooh, wait. All right, well, that was a real nice possession to start things off. I'm about to throw away the 3-peat, ain't I? Mobley. see if we can't get a stop here. That was a horrible possession. I apologize for that mess you guys just watched. Mobley's going to drive to the basket, and we're going to foul out Durant. No. That is not good. I don't even know who I just clicked to sub in. I'm not going to lie. So Mobley's going to the free throw line to shoot 2. I subbed in Ruzic, which is interesting. It looks like they put someone else in, though, for me, which is good. Okay. So now, Edwards, it's on you to save the day. We have Capella out here on the floor. All right, let me be better about that because that was just horrible, whatever I just, obviously did earlier. But going to try to beat Mitchell off the dribble. And no, we're going to miss the layup here. Just wanted to drive to the basket. I don't know if I should be. So, Mitch, oh my goodness, Mitchell. And now they're going to take the lead, 114 to 113. All right, lock in, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're actually throwing this away right now. Give it to Anthony Edwards. And Mitchell is, playing great defense so far. I'm not going to lie. So, I need a screen. I need a screen from somebody. Naz Reid is going to give me a screen. Naz Reid is... Oh, my gosh. Almost lost the ball here. We're going to go to Naz Reid. Go to Anthony Edwards. Edwards is going to have to make something happen. 4 seconds left on the clock. I got to get rid of this ball. And... Wow, this might be the worst 2K gameplay I've ever had. I'm not going to lie. I've felt pretty... Okay. Oh, we get the steal? Yeah. No, we don't. What? Oh, my gosh. 116 113. Man, this has been atrocious. Holy crap, I'm throwing the bag away right now. All right. I got to get a 3 with Anthony Edwards. 3, and that's early release, and it's not going to go in. I definitely just threw this away for us. You know what? I didn't deserve the three-peat. I just threw that away. Do I ever jump in at 2K after that? I felt like I've been pretty good lately, but today was horrific, man. I mean, I should have known there was too much pressure on me. Should have known. We got to hit a fat... What just happened? Traveling? What? What the hell just... All right, well, this is over. We are not going to 3P. Honestly, I think we would have if I probably just watched that happen. Instead, I'm actually kind of sick to my stomach right now that I just threw that away. I feel so stupid, man. Like, I thought I had the clutch gene in me after what I did in what video was it? I don't even remember what video it was. Maybe it was the Suns video I just did where I hit a 3 to... Yeah, it was the Suns video. And I hit a 3, and I thought I felt pretty good, but this was despicable, man. This was horrible. This was not good at all. All right, let's see if I can hit at least one basket. Anthony Edwards 3. Wow, there I am, finally. So we're not dead yet, I guess. So we just got to get a quick foul. And hopefully Edwards doesn't foul out here. And he only... Oh, that's his first foul, so we're chilling. All right. Now, we don't have another timeout. We need Mitchell to miss 2, which that's probably not going to happen. And we got to hit another fast 3, which, probably isn't going to happen either. But, and he is going to hit both. We're going to have to hit another 3 as quick as possible. More than likely, this is obviously not going to work out. And I, unfortunately, went over the three-point line, but now I'm hitting jumpers with Anthony Edwards. Okay. 3 seconds left on the clock. I don't even know why I'm dragging this out. We probably lost. That was really embarrassing, honestly. Really, really embarrassing. So, Jarrett Allen is going to inbound the ball. We got to get a foul quickly, and we will. Garland's going to the free throw line. I mean, we need him to miss both, and I don't think we'll get that lucky. But hey, you never know. And he's going to make the first one, and that's probably all she wrote. So, to make the second one, he does. Yeah, that's it. All right. I threw it away. I take full accountability for what the hell I just did right there, but let's see if I can't hit another 3, and it's too late, and that's it. So, we will not 3P. Honestly, if I don't jump in, I think we would have there. That's my fault. Horrible, 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 but at least we got 2 in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kevin Durant to Minnesota. Definitely something that could happen in real life. We'll see if it does. Thank y'all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.